you, Holly, and good evening, everybody. Serving our community over the past 3 years has been an absolute privilege. It's been an incredibly rewarding experience, and I'm very proud of the progress that I believe we are making as a city. Public confidence in the council has improved over this time, and we have established stability and seen progress despite challenging economic times. Some highlights for me over the last 3 years have included our population growth, which has exceeded the national average, reflecting to me an improving perception of Palmerston North as more people are choosing to move here. We've implemented the wheelie bin recycling service, and we are addressing our ongoing issues with the Manawatu District Council, and we are improving relationships with key sections of our community, including Massey University and the Defence Forces. A particular highlight for me has been developing a financially sustainable model. Palmerston North City Council in the past has been borrowing more money than it should and had no provision for the repayment of this debt. This has been now rectified, and we ensure that any money we borrow is for new capital assets only, and these loans will be paid off over the useful life of those assets. This has been a significant change in policy and is, in my opinion, far more responsible. There has been much talk about debt and rates, and I want to provide some accurate perspective on this. We constantly review our budgets through our annual plan process and trim back our expenditure to reflect current economic times. Our staff are continuing to find savings within our operational budget, and we encourage them to do so. It's been very satisfying for me this year that while managing to achieve the lowest rate increase for 10 years, we at the same time began to repay debt. Currently, our net debt position is $108 million. We currently own $1.14 billion worth of assets. As a percentage, this is 9.4%. Currently, 9.7% of our total revenue goes to paying the interest on our net debt. I'm committed to ensuring that this remains within reasonable limits in the future. Debt is not necessarily a weight around our neck, but a tool to ensure equitable payment across the generations for the assets they use, provided prudent limits are put in place. An example would be if we tried to pay for all of our capital in 1 year from rates may have to go up by 30%. My priorities for the next 3 years can be summarised into 3 years: economic growth, sustainability and improved community spirit. Firstly, economic growth. This is about continuing to create business and employment opportunities, and to do this we can capitalise on our key strengths. The first of which is our education and research facilities that are located here. We have some of the world's best innovators on our doorstep, and we have an opportunity to make more of this and convert their ideas into commercial realities. The second is our central location. We are promoting the city as a destination for conferences and sports events. Our position as a retail destination is strong and can be enhanced further. We currently have more than our share of New Zealand's retail sales. Core retail in the June quarter went up by 1.7% against the national average of 0.9. Not big growth, but greater than the national average. Our available retail space per head of population is still below the national average, providing an ideal opportunity for new retailers to set up business here, and they are more likely to succeed here than other places. We are the best place in New Zealand from which to distribute goods. Now that we are addressing our industrial land issues, we have an opportunity for large-scale expansion of the distribution sector. Next, sustainability. We have the opportunity to develop Palmerston North to be New Zealand's most sustainable city by maximising on the amount of renewable energy being generated here and through further enhancement of our waste minimisation programs. There are also economic benefits to this, as more and more businesses want to be located in a sustainable environment. It's also about continuing to provide quality core services. Finally, improving community spirit. It's about refocusing social and community funding. It's about continuing to recognise, appreciate and celebrate the volunteers who are the heart and soul of our community. It's about improving the profile of our city, not through fancy slogans or brands, but through telling our stories better. My approach over my time as Mayor and over the 9 years I've been on council has been to listen, consider all information carefully, work collaboratively with others, and then make decisions that are in the best interests of people, both short and long term. I will do everything I can to make Palmerston North a vibrant, growing, caring, creative and sustainable city. I believe we are now moving in a direction that is good for our city and for the people who live here. When I stood for Mayor 3 years ago, I said I was committed for the long term, and that hasn't changed. Consistency is necessary for us to progress. Palmerston North has had too many changes of Mayor since 1998. I'm keen to continue in this role, and I look forward to your ongoing support. Thank you for listening.